What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then just welcome to my channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you won't be disappointed unless you're a hater. Today's video is a fun one. I thought some pretty wild things as a child, but I think we all did because, you know, that's what kids do. We just be thinking shit that ain't true. Bars. Leave me a like right now if you're gonna support my mixtape when it drops. Just go on and thumbs up the video. I had to comb out my hair right quick to try to make this video look like it's a different day than the other video I just recorded. Probably should have changed my shirt too, but whatever, we here now. I have 10 things that I believed were true as a child, and I'm gonna go down the list. Y'all, number one, that you could literally be anything. I really believed that you could literally be anything when you grow up. And so mama wanted to be a fire truck. Now, if you are a long-time subscriber on my channel, you have heard this story before. I think it was also brought up in the videos that I did with my mom and my sister recently, because they laugh about this literally at least twice a year still. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fire truck because my mama told me I could be anything. I didn't want to be a firefighter. I wanted to be the truck that gets them there to the fire. See, as a child, I realized that was the most important job because the firefighters couldn't have walked to the fire on their own, and they didn't have all that water. The truck got the firefighters there, and it had all the water in the hose, okay? It was the most crucial part of the whole firefighter team. So what y'all not gonna do is give me too much. The second thing is, you know how people reference like elderly people as old people? I thought young people were called new people. And so my granddad, I remember having the conversation with him, and he was like, I'm old. And I asked him, okay, so am I new? And he was like, yeah. And so from then, I just thought that there were old people and new people for a while. I thought that was how it went, but apparently it's not how it goes at all. Number 3, hopefully one day I have my beautiful auntie Latanya on my channel. She is the sister of my crazy mother Sharon, and number 3 is her fault because see, she took advantage of my little innocence as a child, honey, and told me that the song Brick House was written about her. And so I believed it. I'm like, okay, Brick House is written about you. And so when it would come on, she's a brick house, I'm jamming thinking this song is written about my auntie. And I didn't find out until I was a much older child that it really wasn't written about my damn auntie. But thanks for the embarrassment, Tanya. Thank you. Number 4, I thought all TV was live and that you could not be on 2 different channels at once. I thought what I saw on that little box was what you were doing right then. When I saw Michael Jackson on one channel and then my mother flipped the channel to another one and he was on both in 2 different outfits with 2 different hairs, I was like, what? I was confused. I didn't understand at all. I don't think I've ever been more confused in my life to this day. Like, I remember how perplexed I was as a child, just like, how is he in 2 places at one time? Like, I know he Michael Jackson or whatever, but yeah, I don't even know when I got clarity on that, but yeah, I remember thinking it. I remember it happening. Number 5, I think this one might be pretty common. I don't know. Y'all, I thought that you could go down the drain in the tub. And so anytime I was in the tub and they pulled the drain, like, I was trying to hurry up and get out. Like, I didn't want any part of any of the things that came along with you going down the drain with the water. Like, I really didn't. And it was a stressful time for me in my life, believing that. And then somebody carelessly pulling the plug on the water. And you like, God damn, I ain't even get out yet. Like, you gonna have me go down the drain. It's actually another one I don't remember when I got clarification on. I just remember thinking it and being scared. I got all of this makeup on the back of my hand. Excuse the makeup on the back of my hand. Looking like I've been nailed to the cross. Like, I don't know what's going on in my life. But I'm pretty sure you done seen it too many times for me to wipe it off now and pretend like it was never there. So I'm just going to address it. And we're going to keep going to number 6. That was a period in my life where I went from being a talkative child to a quiet child. And that is because I believed that you were born with a certain amount of words, and then once you said them all, like once you said your word count, that's when you died. Like, that's determined when you would die. And so mama wasn't trying to use up all her words early in life. Like, I wasn't trying to use up all my words on stupid things, and so I would ration my words out because I was like, dang, I don't know how many words I got, and I'm not ready to go to the upper room. So I'm just gonna save my words and use them sparingly and wisely. I don't know where I got that from. I don't recall anybody telling me that. Like I said, I was a talkative child, so somebody probably pulled me to the side and was like, you know, just to get me to shut up and stop talking so much. That probably is what happened. I don't remember the conversation happening though, or the origin of that belief. Well, I do remember somebody first laughing at me and then telling me like, girl, that's ridiculous and that's not how this thing goes. And I was like, oh. And so mama been talking ever since, like just word vomit. Number 7, I believed that things could come up through the toilet while I'm sitting there, and so I would always check to make sure like nothing was already lingering, because what wasn't about to happen was I was about to sit down and Freddy Krueger stick his finger up my ass. No ma'am, wasn't gonna happen, not on my watch. And so I will always look out for him. And I'm pretty sure that came from me watching Nightmare on Elm Street, where old girl was in the tub and then his hand came up like out of nowhere. Baby, you wasn't finna get me. Wasn't gonna put your little knifey thumb up my ass. I was gonna be sure of that. I used to look out for him every time I went to sit down. Number 8, I believe that 5th graders were grown AF. And once they did their little 5th grade graduation, child, they just went on to be little mini adults, honey, and got jobs and all of that. This was like in kindergarten where I was thinking that. I don't know anything about, oh, it's 12 whole years of this thing. I just remember looking at the 5th graders and thinking they were so grown. And like, yes, that's going to be my start to adulthood. Not knowing I had like 50 more years of school and I still wasn't grown. Child, I got to be a 5th grader and I was like, this is it? I'm still little. Like, I'm confused. Number 9. Mama believed that when a woman who was pregnant with a baby, when her water broke, all of the water came out and the baby was just in the bag, like with the bag just pressed against his face and skin. And I will always be so stressed out as a child for a woman when hearing that a woman's water broke. I was always so concerned about the baby, like, oh my God, y'all gotta hurry up and get the baby out. Like, and when people were like, oh, I was in so many hours of labor, I'd be like, what? Like, the baby was just in there in the skin of the bag for all these hours, like it couldn't breathe. It just never made sense to me. And I just really believe that once the water broke, all of the fluids came out and the baby was just in there dry. And number 10, y'all, I believe that all dogs were boys and all cats were girls. Yeah, I didn't have no more logic to it. Don't know where they came from. I just thought that the dogs were the boys and the cats were the girls. And there was no boy cat or no girl dog. It was just doggy boys and cat girls. And that's just what it was. And that is it for this video. Those are just the top 10 things that I could think of right off the bat that I believed to be true as a child that were not.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
And I'm pretty sure there is more. But I would love to know if you had some other beliefs of your own that were kind of crazy, but as a child it just made perfect sense to you. Drop down in the comments and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. Share it with a friend. As always, I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. As always, I appreciate Brittney. Really, I was gonna get through this whole video, I think, without bloopers. But then I tried to say appreciate.